Ain't no stopping me now, steady rocking. Watch them hate on me now cause I'm locked in. Watch the hate on me now cause I'm popping. I ain't stopping.
And the New York Giants are the Super Bowl champs.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to a special edition of Leather to the Face highlights, full fight highlights. Now, Terrence Crawford versus David Avenasyan. Good fight. Should have been Crawford and Earl Spence. But without any further ado, let's get right into it, fellas. GNATION Inside Sports, full fight highlights. Terrence Crawford, David Avenesyan.
Wearing Cornhusker red and white.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, share me on your social media platforms. Trying to get a larger following. I always do the fights, UFC, boxing, and football.
Universally recognized as the pound-for-pound king, with an undefeated professional record of 38 victories. 29 of those victories coming by way of KO. The former lightweight world champion, former undisputed super lightweight world champion, and tonight defending his WBO welterweight championship of the world. Born, bred, and repping Omaha, Nebraska. Crawford.
Get that side, get that side. Yeah, this shit's just tight. Let's go. Work time, baby. You need more water? Keep your knees up.
You ready to receive the instructions? Obey my commands. Protect yourself all the times. Trust God. God bless. Good luck. There we go.
They say that Las Vegas is the fight capital of the world, but right now, it sure feels like it's in Omaha. Terrence Crawford, 38-0, 29 knockouts. David Avenesyan, 29-3-1 with 17 KOs, 12 rounds for the WBO welterweight championship of the world.
And Crawford comes out right-handed. That's another thing you do. You don't know how he's going to come out, how he's going to end. Can switch stances constantly. Most of the time fights in the top 4 stance, so I wonder if Avenesyan is surprised to see Crawford coming out in the right-handed stance of round 1.
It is deafening in here. Avenesyan coming off a first-round knockout win in March over Askari Metz. Of course, Crawford fought 13 months ago, a knockout win over Sean Porter.
Crawford always measuring, always studying his opponent, always really gathering the info as Avenesyan tries to get into range. Crawford tries to walk him into something.
But as long as Crawford's throwing that jab, that controlling jab like that, keeping Avenesyan at bay, it's going to be.
Oh, big right hand, right on the button from Avenesyan.
Like I was saying, it's going to be a long night.
Whoa.
That's what it was there. You know, the reason Avenesyan was able to land that right hand over the top was because Crawford at times lays it out there a little too much. Sometimes, you know, he's got a great snappy jab when he uses it, but right there, he laid it out just a little bit too lazily. Avenesyan was able to come over the top.
And this is what Avenesyan does. He doesn't give you room to breathe. right on top of you for 12 rounds.
Yeah, exactly, Todd. He's a no frills guy. And the lesser prospects that he beat, the guys who basically he exposed that maybe weren't as good as they were supposed to be, he beats them because of things like this, where they have no staying power in the ring once he stays in their face. But a guy like Crawford is going to show a lot of different wrinkles and angles now. You see the southpaw stance.
But you see Crawford now switch back to southpaw now. He came out, surprised everyone, conventional, but now he's back in his most comfortable stance, I believe.
Yeah. Again, Avenesyan, nothing really too fancy, but by staying in your face, a lesser fighter starts to panic and creates mistakes. It's just that right now it's Bud Crawford in front of him. Bud Crawford will sit there being just as patient as Avenesyan will, and he'll open him up. So it's going to be up to Avenesyan and not just bring this kind of pressure, but also give me some thinking behind it.
And you got to be in good shape to fight someone like Avenesyan as well.
Yeah.
Wait, not showing any fear to Crawford at all. So a good start for the Armenian.
He's going to do everything to try to win this
And
fight.
shortly after that, Crawford went back to the southpaw stance, which is his usual stance.
Exactly.
And Avenesyan didn't wait to meet Crawford in the middle of the ring after the bell rang. He went over to his corner, started fighting.
Again, it's that mental pressure. It's nothing fancy about it, but staying in somebody's face consistently will sometimes cause them to panic and break.
But Terrence Crawford is an elite level fighter who's seen basically everything over his 38 pro career fights.
I love the way he's controlling this fight with the jab so far. Avenesyan hasn't found a way to get through that jab. Now Crawford's going to have to start putting that left hand behind that if he want to detour Avenesyan, because this guy feels like he can get some shots in right now.
A very patient approach by Crawford, but you see he's not allowing Avenesyan to really do much. You know, he's being patient. Yes, Avenesyan keeps pushing the pressure on him, but Crawford with that lead hand just does enough space to where when he wants to let go of the backhand, he's able to snap it off good. But Avenesyan will be like a buzzsaw in front of him, though.
Crawford slick, though.
And because he fights out of both stances, Crawford can exit out of both angles. You know what I mean? He can get out on the right side, he switch stance, get out on the left side. It makes it really tough to cut off the ring on him.
Right now, one on the pound-for-pound list.
Body shot there from Avenesyan. Left hook.
And Avenesyan will stay here. He'll stay in his face, so he'll keep Crawford thinking.
Oh, that scored as well. Avenesyan having some success.
He's really trying to apply a lot of pressure on Crawford here.
Pressure heads there.
Well, Crawford's going to have to beat Avenesyan into submission. That's the only way you can win a fight against somebody like this.
Avenesyan now starting to switch stances back and forth too.
He'll do it.
Stress it again. No frills from Avenesyan. You just need to stay in your face and try to see if that creates a panic or a break. But again, it's just Crawford we're dealing with here. You're going to have to be a bit more tricky than just pressuring him.
Yeah. Where's the blood? Yeah, where? Not no blood there. No, yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Alan, he's gone. Yeah. You do that, Alan. You keep on over here. Listen, you're doing okay, yeah? Just don't get careless. Keep your hands tight all the time. Keep moving side to side, all right? Don't give him no chances. Don't give him no chances, yeah? Yeah.
The left hand by Avenesyan catches part of the shoulder from Crawford. Then on the way out, he does that body shot as well.
That body shot was a little more effective.
Crawford went right to it. And again, you're starting to see why Avenesyan has gotten the upset wins he's gotten. You see this kind of pressure you gotta. When I always look at it when an amateur star turns pro, their ability. You know, a lot of top amateur stars end up getting beat in the pros, and some succeed. The biggest difference that I see from the ones that succeed to the ones that don't succeed, they all can fight, but it's the staying power. And guys like Avenesyan expose whether you have any staying power in the ring. And what I mean by staying power is your ability to be in a tough fight for 10, 12 rounds, mentally draining you, and your ability to still execute a game plan underneath those circumstances. Avenesyan is the kind of guy who exposes those fake prospects.
You know what? He's a solid B-plus class fighter. And if you ain't in the A class, you can't expose you
Left hand scores for Avenesyan. And he's putting up, I think, a better fight so far than almost anyone thought he would. Oh, again!
Now, the punch is with you, see that?
Now, the one thing Crawford can't do is underestimate Avenesyan's power, because
Luna Rosa Ocean Fragrance by Prada.
sometimes you'll see a shot coming thinking, oh, it ain't nothing wrong.
He's had some knockouts lately, right, Kim?
And get clipped. You know what I mean? You can't underestimate this guy's punching power.
Blue, how did you score those first 2 rounds?
I got it 2-0, Terrence Crawford. He always makes adjustments. Every time he take a big punch, he took a big punch in the first round. He made adjustments. He switched to southpaw where he's more comfortable. He's controlling the distance with his jab and his counter-punch ability. He's letting the fight come to him and breaking down David Avenesyan. 2-0, Terrence Crawford.
Nice moment there for Bud as he works off the ropes. Upstairs and downstairs.
Tell you what, too, the interesting thing about both of these guys is both of these guys tend to get better as the rounds progress. Nice body shot by Crawford. You see the reaction Avenesyan gave to it.
Crawford still in that southpaw position. Avenesyan not really choosing southpaw or orthodox. He's squared up.
Crawford being a bit more active now. I don't know if it's because Avenesyan's forcing him to be because he's trying to get more in his face, or if it's Crawford is just starting to step on the gas a little bit and throw more shots.
No, it's pressure. It's pressure now. I think Avenesyan right now is making him fight a little harder than he wants to right now because he was in cruise control. But this is what David has to do if he's going to put himself in this fight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Again, he tests your staying power. We already know Crawford has staying power, so although this will make Crawford work harder than he wants to.
He's making Crawford earn everything to the body. I know Crawford loves to go to the body, but the body is not there. He's sticking that jab sometime. But I think if he's going to have Avenesyan where he wants him at later on in this fight, he's going to have to go and invest in that body a little bit to slow this guy down.
Nice spin move from Crawford, throws a right to the body. Avenesyan seemed to handle it well. He's about as tough as they come.
Touching me downstairs with that stick ass jab. Hey, once she stole me, come around. Come around and come under. Even with the angle. Hey, a little bit more combination off the jab. Get in a little bit better rhythm. When you close that distance, go under. Go it under. Pick up blood.
So that action we saw in that last round. Nice little spin move by Crawford on the out. We have a nice little combination. And then you know what? After the out, nice little body shot as well.
All right, here we go, round 4. Antonio, are you surprised by how competitive Avenesyan's been?
No, not at all. Not at this stage in the game. I mean, this guy's proven he's qualified. And everyone knows he's tough. And this is an opportunity of a lifetime, like you said. You know, opportunities like this don't come by all the time in boxing. So, of course, I felt like he would bring his best game tonight. But the cream always rises to the top.
I'll tell you what, for Avenesyan, even putting in a good 12 rounds of work against the pound-for-pound king is a good look for him. You know, he's known to come up short at these levels, but it's in the way that he comes up short that it keeps him getting other opportunities against even the prospects that then he winds up beating. So Avenesyan, whether he wins or whether he loses,
On the inside, Avenesyan lands a right. And now another right from Avenesyan.
It's left-handed by Avenesyan as well. That's what I'm saying. Usually he gives a good account of himself and keep himself in the mix.
You know, a lot of times when a fighter has some success when he's not expected to, it can be the biggest false sense of security in the fight. And I think Crawford might be letting him get a little comfortable, but I know he's going to raise the stakes in a minute.
Right hand from Crawford sneaks through.
He forces his way inside, does Avenesyan, and then he tries to get that work in there.
Yeah, he's holding his own when these two exchange.
Crawford is very, very awake even at close range, though. You see, very, very calm and collected.
I don't think we want to see too many exchanges because that gives a guy with a punching chance a chance. You know what I mean? It's important that Crawford do his thing and get on defense and not just be exchanging with this guy because he's too big of a puncher.
But if, you know, nice right hand by Avenesyan. But let's not forget Crawford's been off for 13 months, right? So this is kind of the right kind of guy he's got in front of him, who's going to be a durable guy, make him get some rounds, make him think.
Nice uppercut from Avenesyan.
Even catch him with a couple of shots. You know, it's part of the ring rust as well. And you also Avenesyan's pretty quality. So, you know, it's to kind of get back in the ring, knock the rust off kind of fight that Crawford's going to need.
If Crawford stay in this speed all night long, I think that it'll be competitive. But when the champ want to raise that level up and take it up a notch, then
here goes Crawford. He's on the front foot now. This crowd is rallying behind him. Avenesyan trying to stay in the pocket. He doesn't know where else to go. He lives in the pocket.
That's it.
You see the change of speed on the shots from Crawford. Look at it. This is the thing of beauty that I'm talking about with Terrence Crawford.
And now they're going toe to toe.
Finds the opening, but also look at the change of speed in Crawford. Oh, nice shots. Avenesyan at the belt.
That was a solid shot. And Crawford had his hands down.
Yeah, right on the chin.
He can't gamble like that.
But again, a live guy in front of him. This is the kind of guy he needs to knock off the rush, right? I mean, look.
Position is Crawford. Paulie says that's his most natural.
And they see now the southpaw as well, although he switches every second.
Left hand by Avenesyan gets a smirk from Crawford, but he knows he's getting touched, Antonio.
Yeah, but he's back in control in this round. I mean, he was in control the last round, but we had a lot of exchanges. But right now, you don't see as many exchanges. He's back on that jab, controlling. It's the matador and the bull, so to speak.
And it's hard to break the winning mentality of Avenesyan, and that's what makes him such a tough, durable guy. You know, Avenesyan may be losing the fight, but in his mind, you haven't convinced him that he's not going to win tonight. So he keeps pushing it, looking to change his look, and thereby forces Crawford to work harder than maybe he might have anticipated. See, Avenesyan cutting the ring off here. See, now he trapped Crawford against the ropes. Now Crawford does a good job.
these glasses here from Nreal.
Wait, because these are ready to go.
Are the Nreal Air AR glasses.
The Nreal Airs are finally coming to the United States.
They'll see like an overlay of a virtual environment.
The default one fit me very well.
With Android phones like the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and the Oppo Find X5.
I did this with the help of a dongle that is sold separately. This allows you to connect to HDMI devices as well as also your iPhone.
Glasses that aren't much bigger than your average everyday specs.
There are the Nreal Air glasses, taking them out of the case.
And by that, I mean that the glasses don't look like too gnarly.
But again, it keeps Crawford working because he got the ring cut off on him.
Good body shot.
Uppercut, a slick uppercut from Crawford into the body. The crowd is eating it up. Another left hand for Crawford. Is the quality starting to shine through?
And that's a problem with Crawford. You chase him, you trap him, and then he gets the best of you in the exchange a lot of times. And Avenesyan undaunted. He still keeps working.
Good uppercut.
Good left there from Avenesyan.
See, Avenesyan gets through in there, but the shot selection is the difference. And Crawford's shot selection is very good. Avenesyan is more of a hustle guy on the inside, and he'll get some shots through just on his hustle alone. But it's Crawford with the shot selection.
Avenesyan with a straight right hand and then a left as well. But here comes Crawford firing away. Good action round here in Omaha.
Look like the glove open.
Somali and Henry Cook stuff, man.
Both gloves are busted open.
Look at this.
They letting it go.
That is strange.
With both the Crawford's gloves or both guys' gloves?
That's Crawford's
glove. I think they should go back to the dressing room, get the extra set so they can have it between the rounds the next round.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, you would think the cut in the gloves, if he were hit Avenesyan just the right way, that could bust slice his head open. Uppercut from Crawford. And look how Crawford just continuously throws punches to keep Avenesyan at bay.
Yep. And again, shot selection, also change of speed on the shots, change of strength on the shots as well. So not every shot Crawford's throwing is hard, but some of those light shots are meant to draw something out of Avenesyan so we can counter him as well.
Oh, there's a nice right hook from Avenesyan. And that gets Crawford angry.
Snuck in there.
And you may not like him when he's angry.
So you do start to wonder, you start to make comparisons with Spence and Crawford, right? When you see things like this. When Spence is at this distance, that is when he's at its most effective. But really interesting how Crawford will handle that. There's been a lot of close quarters fighting with him and Avenesyan tonight.
I knew it wouldn't be long before we start drawing the comparisons to the big proposed fight that's in the wind.
Oh, nice start with uppercuts. He's really making a home for those uppercuts, guys.
The uppercut has become Crawford's favorite in this fight. There's another one, just misses.
I like to see that right hand up a little bit by Bud, man. I like to see that right hand. It's like it's hanging down what we call the bread basket.
Oh, yeah. I think Avenesyan might have felt one of the body shots.
Crawford, look at him just going upstairs and downstairs, picking him apart. Oh, stood him up with that uppercut as well, into the body.
He's picking it up now.
Yeah, and even Avenesyan's punch out, but it's starting to come down in this round a little bit. Crawford's taking it up the gears. Nice.
Oh, what a right hand from Terrence Crawford, flat on his back. He knocked him out. The King is still on top of his game.
Timing shot. It was the uppercut time. The uppercut followed by a hook.
He set it up all night.
Timing shot.
Set it up all night.
The counter left uppercut followed up with a right hook. That was it.
And just like that, Crawford says to Omaha, I'm still
finish. Want to wish the best for Avenesyan that he went down tremendously hard.
Errol Spence Jr., are you watching?
Shots fired.
Wow. You can see that fight ended dramatically and suddenly, you know. But you can see Avenesyan in this particular round was starting to fade just a little bit. You still weren't sure if he was going to